Hello, I'm so happy I got a hold of you. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Lucious Showcase. I am Lucious T, and welcome back to the backlog. This week we're taking a look at a fairly recent game. You already know what it is the title. Let's not waste any more time, let's check it out. A Way Out was a genuine surprise when it was announced at E3 2017. A co-op only game that only required one person to download it to play it was shocking. Even more so when you considered EA was publishing it. So I knew I was going to play this at some point, and I knew the perfect person to play it with. My boy Scrubwine Mike. A Way Out comes to us from the creator of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. You play as either Vincent, the calm and collected banker, or Leo, the hot-headed thug with a nose that demands respect. You can freely change who controls who, but you generally stick with who you pick.
Served 6 months out of 8 years. Confident, short-tempered, joker. Oh, I have to be the guy on the right. I have to be the guy on the right. Wait, rational, disciplined, reserved? Wait, I have to be the guy on the left.
Several times in the game you will get to choose how to solve a problem, either Vincent's way or Leo's. Vincent will typically take a more stealthy, less dangerous option, while Leo gives zero.
Which one of us is the calm, respected one, and which one of us is short-tempered Italian?
What? That was very specific.
The premise of the game is breaking out of jail, but spoilers, you get out of there very quickly. The game sets a very serious and dramatic tone, which can be a little disjointing when compared to the gameplay antics. You have an intense guard evasion mission where you stash sheets, only to have it abruptly end once you stash them.
3 in, 3 out. Oh, we don't have to sneak back in.
Never
Okay.
mind how we get out of that situation.
Yeah, god damn it.
Or you will be required to scrub a deck, but can suspiciously walk around casing the joint. Anytime story momentum is built, it comes crashing down by the confines of being a video game. Now, it tries so hard to be a movie with cinematic sweeping shots and interesting camera angles, but it's not. This is my biggest issue with the game. It takes itself way too seriously, and the whole tone of the game reflects this. It introduces character and story moments that are supposed to tug at the heartstrings, but doesn't earn any of the emotional equity it expects you to give it. Add on to that the fact that the gameplay is built to be a pissing match between you and your co-op friend. You compete in everything: baseball, fishing, Connect 4, and even an arcade game, to name a few. It's an extremely drastic tonal shift. We are in the middle of a tense, life-on-the-lam hospital break-in to see her newborn daughter, but hey, let's rock some wheelchair balancing, mate! I can't complain too much. This is some of the game's strongest gameplay. I mean, Rewind killing me in the fishing pissed me off to no end, even if the online latency gave him Jedi powers at times.
Got another one.
What? That thing, like, attached to your spear.
No, he was at my feet.
No, he wasn't.
And crushing him so bad in Connect 4 that he quit was all the smoke.
Get me out of here before I punch you or smack you or something.
They remind me of the type of time wasters Rockstar puts in its games, but once again, stopping to arm wrestle and have Rewind's character have secret bonus arm strength.
Yeah, baby! Let's go! I caught all the fish and I beat your ass in arm wrestling.
Didn't really fit in a prison break crime story epic. Now, the camaraderie and bickering between you and your companion is the real highlight here.
No, dude, stay on the left side. Never come on the right.
It's not gonna work that way. You're a clever guy, Leo. We have to both work in tandem.
Paddle to the paddle. You gotta
paddle the front of the boat. Move
I'm gonna. You need to straighten us out. I can't go left.
I'm gonna speed.
Have you ever actually paddled a boat before?
Yes, I've actually paddled the boat. Yeah, whatever.
It was great having slow-mo saves and needing to work together to break down doors, or let your friend fall to his death.
You dick! I wish they would have shot you on sight.
That's totally worth it.
I wish the game implemented more of a lighthearted nature in the story that it clearly encourages in the minigames. It's a by-the-numbers story for the most part. When I saw an unusual overhang over a pool, I just knew someone was going in it.
Someone's getting shot into that pool. Just wait.
You heard it, folks. I said it first. Someone's getting shot in that pool.
Oh, he's going in the pool. Oh, hold it! In the pool!
Off of the top of Nakatomi.
Now there's a great variety of gameplay types too. The back third of the game is amazing with car chases, shootouts, and even an intense hospital beat-em-up section, all of which is complemented with yell-at-your-friend fun stuff like whitewater rafting and drainage shaft climbing.
Oh crap.
The game also brilliantly shifts game perspective camera-wise between you and your friend and sometimes even a third party. Sadly, the thrilling moments are far and few between. It's such a Jekyll and Hyde game. I love the gameplay, but the story can really drag down the action.
Like the brilliant concept, the gameplay is amazing at times.
Yeah.
But the story is just so heavy-handed.
Well, you know, I knew that going in. Like,
I didn't.
he's a movie director turned video game maker. Like, what did you think was gonna happen?
The game comes alive at the very end with a surprise twist, but I won't spoil that for you. Time for some Lucious metrics. Serious fatigue. Revolutionary. There is nothing quite like this game. It's a movie, then a QuickTime event, then a car chase, then a GTA clone, all the while you're playing on the same screen with your buddy in real time from a split perspective. It truly is a feat to behold. Time sensitivity. Play with someone who wants to play. This is not the type of game that will convince a significant other to play with you. Since it requires 2 players to play, be sure to pick someone who will stick it out. It's a short game, clocking in around 5 to 6 hours, depending on how much time you spend on the time waster stuff, but it really needs to be finished. It's not something you're going to want to start over from the beginning. Controls. Varied. You go through a lot of various control schemes, driving, climbing, shooting, and QuickTime events. They all work admirably, except the button tap mechanic, which was rigged and let Rewind win the arm wrestling and catch the fish. Replay. Low. There are a few divergent choices you can make, but the game will always end one of 2 ways. It's good for a laugh, but I would not see myself playing this again. Storytelling. Heavy-handed. Pregnant wives, dead brothers, and backstabbing abound. It's more movie than game in a lot of ways. I'm glad a game like this exists, I just think the game would have been better served with a more lighthearted feel, or given a more believable heist. Part of the problem is everything needs to be co-op. So while things like breaking out of the jail cell work incredibly well, other things like grabbing the chisel do not. Also, Leo's plan comes across as incredibly half-baked to begin with. I expected more Prison Break and less Great Escape with the planning. You go up a shaft in an incredibly awesome and dramatic sequence only to be stopped because you need a wrench. Very anticlimactic. Difficulty for us to beat? Little. Lots of arguing and yelling abounded, and sore feelings too, but this game is cake and short. If you speed through it, you could likely beat it in a few hours. A Way Out is a great proof of concept that fails to deliver on what it strives for most, immersion. On one hand, you have a great buddy comedy about 2 guys who haphazardly break out of prison and get into all sorts of shenanigans. And on the other, you have a gritty, real-life revenge drama where the stakes are real and tears are shed. Now the latter works great for a movie plot, but unfortunately this is a game. And if you expect me to suspend disbelief this much, you better give me a tone that matches. Taking all that into account from the perspective of a binge-playing game finisher, I give this my Lucious T recommendation of skip it. And there you have it. That's it for this week, guys. Thank you for joining me. I know this is a really regretful skip it because I did really enjoy the time I spent playing it. However, $30 for this game, while yes, it was free for Rewind to play, is not quite worth it in my opinion, and I'm usually pretty generous when it comes to games being worth their price tag, but I wasn't feeling this. Special thanks to Rewind for taking this journey with me. That made the game completely just over-the-top fun to experience, but it's likely not something I'm going to want to do again. And for all of you guys, I'd recommend waiting until it goes on sale for free, or just avoiding it anyways, because if they make another game like this, I think they'll learn from their mistakes here. Anyways, guys, as a reminder, I make a new video every Tuesday. Thank you again to Rewind Mike for being a part of this episode. And once again, it's been so nice getting a hold of you. Take care.
Shaka ging how. Shaka ging how. Shaka ging how. Well, you're gonna have to help me. You're dive. I'm gonna need your help. Oh, what the f***?
I think it's sneaky, huh? I'm not gonna drive.
Oh, I've played Cobra Triangle. I know how to do this. Oh, this is bullshit!
It's a waterfall, man. Everyone dies.
This is bullshit, man! What the f***, yo? Oh my god, dude, I'm done.